first prison for the state of Michigan was built in 1838, located in Jackson. The enclosed area of the old prison was about 20 acres. I toured this prison in October of 2011. As of today, it's considered one of the most haunted places in the United States. After the prison was shut down in the mid-1930s, all the cells were taken out and the building was converted over to an art studio and apartment complex. Beneath the prison are a series of tunnels, where inmates were transported back and forth between the buildings. A few have caved in on the outside of the building, but the ones underneath it are still intact. Residents of the apartment complex in these areas where hundreds of inmates used to be housed have reported some paranormal activity. One resident told us that ghosts have thrown boxes and other items across the room. One basement area of the prison is where inmates went when they were punished. This area was called solitary. The inmates who were confined to solitary were kept there for a lengthy period of time. There were no lights and all the inmates were chained against the wall. The inmates who were confined here never left their cells, and many of them were found to be insane after being in solitary. I was going and saying being in the darkness, so I can feel for the others that suffer down here. As we continue the tour, my friends and I picked up some paranormal activity.
Joe saw something.
Are you videotaping this way?
Yeah?
She's filming something just crossing for the light down there. It's really damn place is somewhere to hide. Ooh, it's a little cool in here. Do you feel cool in here?
Yeah, it is cool. It's cool. It's cool. Cool.
Maybe this is where I am. Yep, get down.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. I feel it. I feel it.
This is it. Oh, boy, it's really strong here.
Whoa, I feel it. I'm getting
You guys feel that?
Yeah, I feel
Out
it.
of balance?
Yeah.
This is where he is. He's right up here.
As we went up the stairs, we experienced some cold chills and had the feeling of being in a drunk-like state.
Hello? You all feeling that unsteadiness?
Yeah. I'm walking like I'm drunk.
Yeah. We believe that's a, what we call infrasound, low frequency sound waves that are causing.
Oh, I'm feeling like an old lady coming up the steps. This is really weird.
Yeah, this is cool. I did see something move across the hallway. It's
I
probably
believe
here.
you.
I'm on crowded streets.
Maybe you could talk to us.
No.
The ghost radar started malfunctioning.
I think somebody's playing with Ghost Radar.
Yeah, because it's going out and...
Chris.
And the flash on the camera stopped working.
What is wrong with this camera?
We believe the paranormal activity was causing the temperature change and the electronic malfunctions. Our next tour leads us to the underground tunnels. Some of these tunnels stretch to other areas of the prison facility. Many water and plumbing pipes line the tunnels today. Due to the number of cave-ins, the tunnels were sealed off to prevent further access. The tunnels stretch over 400 feet, and none of the tunnels exceed the length of the building. There are ducts above the tunnels that lead to the main cafeteria. I could hear my friends through the ducts as I went through the tunnel by myself.
I'm down the hall. I'm down here.
When I got to the end of this tunnel, I saw the pipes went into the wall. I was able to put my camera into the hole and saw pipes stretching to the left. Earlier on the tour, I found another tunnel near the solitary area. Even though the pipes curved to the right at the end of this tunnel, there was no way I was going to let my big ass get sucked into that darkness. I didn't need to get grabbed by something. I believe these pipes do connect to the same tunnel. I can't imagine what the prisoners went through when they were being transported back and forth. When I started to head back, I started calling out the ghosts.
Is there anybody down here, ghosts?
Yep, that's right. Call out the ghosts and see if they make an appearance. Real smart, Chris.
Yeah.
So basically, you just follow, basically the tunnel just goes along that hallway,
Yeah. That's what I want help with. So now I know. Holy shit.
What?
There was a light down here.
There's a light?
I saw something for a brief second.
I thought I saw an orb when I checked my viewfinder. I saw little bits of light. I knew it was a mixture of dust, but it's hard to tell what I saw since I didn't have any equipment with me. I felt doing it solo would be a good idea, but then again, it could have been worse. After the tunnels, we explored the outer walls of the prison. We picked up small amounts of activity on the ghost radar, but we were only able to cover half of the ground area. You can see one of the towers here, and it looks like a plant was growing in there. The tour guide told us the towers are off limits, and there is no clue when or if people will have access to it. As we conclude our paranormal investigation, the inner walls and the prison itself are very interesting. I would recommend curious ghost hunters to check this place out. Just don't be a dumbass like me and attempt it solo. It's no different than any other haunted locations, but it's amazing, and the prison building has people living in it. As they say, an artist gets their inspirations from the most unlikely places. For myself, I just go with the flow of what comes next.